Hey everyone, it's Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. So I am kicking off the 12, 21, I don't know how many days of Christmas because I'm gonna be totally realistic with you guys. I don't know how many videos I can film in a short period of time, but I'm really going to try. So welcome to the whatever days of Christmas from Lisa Potts Designs. Now in today's video, I'm excited because I'm also using a new product. So today I'm filming this on a Wednesday. Last Friday night, Cerulean Tides launched Two-Tone Acrylic. So this is great. It's a standard color and then it engraves another color. There are some gorgeous ones. There's also some metallics that I snagged, but I wanted to work on something Christmassy. So I thought that this Merry ornament would work really well for this project. So I'm using Two-Tone Acrylic from Cerulean Tides. You can save 10% off of orders over 100 with the code POTTSPERFECT10. And then I am also using a design from my dear friend, Cerulean Tides. This is part of her retro ornament pack. I will also link in the description for you. But I did some testing beforehand and I'm really excited, super easy project. So we're gonna go ahead, set this up. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that now so you don't miss any uploads. And if you're looking into getting a Glowforge for yourself, you can save up to $500 on a new machine. So let's get started. All right, let's start off our designing. Now I got this set of designs from Cerulean Tides. Sabine over there does a really good job. I love the retro look to this. So I opened this up. This is the outline version. So I want to pull this Merry design. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do just copy and paste it into a new document. Not for any particular reason. I just like starting off with a clean document. So I'm just changing my page size up in this top right to 12 by 12. That's what I like to design in, and it makes my design look a little bit more reasonable. So this design is about a little less than 3.5 inches wide, which is perfect. I'm going to go ahead and make the circle. So I went over to the left side. That's my ellipse tool or my circle tool. I'm going to hold down shift and click and drag. This lets me make a perfect circle. And I'm not going to worry too much about the size of it because I can use the quick access toolbar up here to resize it. So let's go ahead, lock our aspect ratio, and then let's see what this looks like 4 inches. I can select both of these by clicking and dragging and hitting this little button right here that will center both on each other. So I'm happy with that. If you'd like, we can make this a little bit smaller. So let's try 4.25. That's fine. And then just make sure you have it centered on each other again. All right, so I'm happy with this. So now I just need to do my little circle that the string will go through. So we'll do the ellipse tool again, hold down shift, click and drag. And then this I'm gonna do 0.125 or 1/8 of an inch big. Oh, I gotta hit enter. There you go. So that's a little bit, that might be a little bit small. So let's make it 0.25. All right, so now we can bring that over. I'm going to use this button. Hey, it's me, editing Lisa. 0.125 was fine. At the end of this video, you'll see that the ornament's a little bit large, so just a note, I would not make this ornament more than 4 inches wide and keep it at 0.125. I don't know, I just got too excited or something. Okay. And right here to click and drag, so we can zoom in. So I'm gonna set it about that far in, and now I'm going to click and drag to both of these like this. And now we want to align them in the center. So I'll go to my quick access toolbar and center it like that. Great, so let's zoom out. All right, so I'm happy with this. I'm actually going to nudge my Merry down a tiny bit. I know that it'll look kind of off in the ornament because it's not actually centered, but I'm going to center it basically off of my space outside the circle. Okay, so I'm just zooming in and out to make sure I'm happy with it. All right, so the last thing I need to do is I need to make sure my line colors are different colors for my cut and engrave. So I'm going to click this Merry design right here, just change it black to match in there, and now we're all set to go. So I have this in Silhouette Studio. In order to export this out as an SVG to cut and engrave in our Glowforge, we do need to have the Business Edition upgrade. You can see it up here on my screen. I have a link in the description if you do need to get that. It's just a one-time fee and you have it forever. In my opinion, Silhouette Studio is the easiest for me to design for both vinyl and Glowforge, and it's very user-friendly. So you're gonna grab your design, select it like this, go to File, Save Selection, and save it to your hard drive. Once you have that option, you can choose SVG as a file type right here. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll see you in just a minute in Glowforge. All right, here we are at my Glowforge. I have little Gloria over here watching. I got this from Glowforge. Now I am using the brand new Two-Tone Acrylic from Cerulean Tides. You can see that I've been testing. So she does put base settings in her description. I found I did have to adjust my cut settings just a little bit. So when you get it, it's going to have white on one side and it's going to have a film masking on the other. Now to cut this, it gets kind of sticky, so we need to mask it on both sides. So we have it set like this. Now one thing to note is it is way more pliable than typical acrylic. So this is good and bad. It won't break as easily, I would guess, but you can't use, like, not that you can't use it, but it's not going to be as sturdy as you may be used to with other acrylic. So let's pop this in here and put in our settings. Alrighty, so our design is being brought into our software. So you can see we have it right here, and then we have two settings going on over here. So before I put in my settings, I'm gonna go ahead and set my focus. This helps the fisheye lens of the camera find your material, and it gives you a better accurate representation of what your actual workspace looks like. It also helps your laser give the right amount of power. So right here, this is what we're going to engrave, and I do want it to engrave first, so I want this up here. Now if the circle came first, I would just drag it like this. This shows the order of the steps you're doing. So let's go over here. We're gonna set this to engrave, and I'm going to program my own. So the way that I do that is I go down here to manual. I'll put in my speed. So I'm gonna do my speed at 1,000, my precision power at 40, and I'm doing 675 lines per inch. And the reason why we're doing that is that you want to get it to be a nice even contrast with the two color. So passing more times helps you even it out. So we're going to go ahead and save this. I'm going to say Two-Tone Acrylic. Let's save that. So now we have that in there. And then I found from my cutting is to kind of modify it a little bit. So I'm going to do my speed at 230, and I'm going to do full power, and that worked really well for me. I think probably because I had the paper masking, I had to adjust a bit from what Cerulean Tides had. And so we're just going to do Two-Tone Acrylic. That's what it was. All right, so let's save that. So now I have my settings all good to go. So I'm just going to find a good spot to put this where I can maximize my space. So you can see that we have this red line, which means it's going to cut, this blue line, which means it's going to engrave. You can see we have it close to the middle. So we're all good to go. I'm going to hit print. Now this will probably take longer than your typical ornament because the engrave is going much longer. You know, normally we're passing 270 times per inch. This time we're passing 600, what is it? 600 and something per inch. Okay, so it's going to take 28 minutes. So we're going to pop my phone up, we're going to do a time lapse, and I will see you in just a little bit. All right, so here is our finished product. We've got this gorgeous red acrylic, and this is the two-tone, so I did not have to paint it at all. It was just really one step. I did take this and rinse it off in the sink because it was a little bit sticky, but overall, I'm very happy with this. So don't forget, it is a little bit bendy. It's not as sturdy as the standard acrylic, but this is perfect for ornaments, or I'm going to actually probably make gift tags with these. So I'm really excited about it. This is brand new. On the day of filming this, it's just a few days after it launched on the Cerulean Tides website. So if you want to get this, I highly recommend it. I really like it. And you can get it at Cerulean Tides
And you can use the code POTSPERFECT10 to save 10% off of orders over $100. So if you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a like. Go ahead and subscribe and turn on the bell so you get notified when I upload again. And if you're watching this and you still don't have a Glowforge, you can use the link in the description to save up to $500 on a new machine.